Hello, everybody. No, I am not in my Sunday best, but it is Saturday night, October 13th, 2018. While we've been on fall break this week from school, I've had a very busy week of mowing. I have been so blessed. But I don't feel like cooking a whole bunch of things on Sunday, so I'm going to show you something that you can make uh, uh, on a Saturday night or maybe a weeknight, and you can wake up the next morning and it'll be ready, set, go to eat. One of those things is beef stew, and I'm going to make it in a crock pot, and I want to show you what I've got started. All right, now I'm going to talk about the beef for just a minute. Now, what I did was, I've never done this before, and I'm curious how it will turn out. What I did, I got some flour, and I rolled these around in flour, and I cooked them on the stove with some oil, a little bit of oil in the skillet, maybe about 3 to 5 minutes per side, and they were golden brown, and you would want to cook these in batches, okay? And that way, the juices will remain in the beef, and also the flour will help thicken the sauce. Now, I've got some potatoes, lots of potatoes, onions, celery, carrots, and I've got some Italian seasoning, some garlic powder, some beef broth, some salt, Worcestershire sauce, and I've never done this before. I'm going to put some tomato juice in here. This is beef stew with a twist. I've never fixed this way, but I am really excited. I've never been too much of a beef person. I don't care too much about steak or anything like that, but I like chicken, pork chops, and bacon, and I don't like sausage all that well. But anyway, and turkey. I love turkey. So, I'm going to go ahead and put my vegetables in here. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to fit everything in here or not. But if I'm not, then I've got an extra crock pot. I've got a small one that I can put all these in. Now, you would want to make sure that your crock pot is full. That way, everything will cook evenly, and everything will just turn out a whole lot better. Well, I'm not able to fit everything in here, so I'm going to combine these vegetables. I'm going to put some of the vegetables in that smaller crock pot, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of beef stew. Not only for supper tomorrow, good Lord willing, but to take to lunch, and also fix a couple plates full to take to someone else. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve that for the other crock pot. Now, I'm going to take some of these beef stew cubes that I cooked. I'm going to put them on the top. Two went in the floor. They won't be able to be used, but sometimes that happens. Now, as I said, I'm going to reserve this for the second crock pot. Crock pots are very, very handy to have. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. Just put it over the top. Just like that. Put some Worcestershire sauce. Now, I'm going to wait until in the morning to stir it. What I'm going to do, this is garlic powder. You could also chop you some cloves of garlic and put in there. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some beef broth. chicken broth is okay to use as well. Now, this is what I'm excited about. I've never have put tomato juice in here. I'm going to put some tomato juice. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve the rest of the tomato juice. The juices from the beef will help make the sauce as well, or the liquid, ever what you want to call it. And the flour from where that I rolled the beef stew cubes in is going to help thicken it. Now, this is going to sit, and it's going to cook on low. I'm put it on low, and I'm going to let it cook overnight. And when I wake up in the morning, before I go to church, I'm going to turn it off. And I'll tell you what, you're going to have some really good beef stew. Now, I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to show you once again what to do as I take out the second crock pot. Welcome back, everybody. I've got a second crock pot filled with the same ingredients, my vegetables, which include the celery, the onion, the potato, the carrot, and also my beef stew cubes, and also the spices, the Italian seasoning, the garlic powder, the salt. Now, I'm using a low sodium beef broth, so you would want to do that to control the salt in your diet. You just doctor it up as well as you please. Now, I already also used Worcestershire sauce in it. Now, I'm going to add it to some tomato juice. And I'll tell you what, this is going to turn out so good, and I can't wait. Now, I've also got this set on low, and it's going to cook all night long. And when I get up to get ready to go to church in the morning, good Lord willing, I'm going to have 2 crock pots full of beef stew that I'm going to serve with that fried cornbread the other day. I may also fix some more cornbread to go along with, because I love beef stew and cornbread. Those two go hand in hand. And beef stew is good on a cold winter night. And I'll tell you what, it is good. Really, really good. So, stay tuned for the finished product. Have a blessed weekend. Stay safe. Continue to subscribe. Comments are welcome. Have a blessed Saturday.